Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind, I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it, not complicated. No conversation, please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I don't GA. You tryna, yes on.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's Hyde's 49ers going up against Ezekiel Elliott's Cowboys. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Second-year man Dak Prescott leading the Dallas Cowboys offense onto the field. And it's been a season as we get down here toward the nitty-gritty, Charles, that is a little disappointing in Dallas. We'll see what they can salvage out of it. But last year, great year. So much hype into this season. Have they disappointed a little?
You'd have to say yes, just based off of record. They won 13 games last season and were the #1 seed in the NFC going into the playoffs. But when you look at everything that they dealt with, they had more injuries this year. Ezekiel Elliott didn't play all the games. They expected him to be around. So when you put it all together there, yeah, you're going to take a little bit of a dip. But they've won 3 in a row after Week 15, and they think they may have a chance to sneak into the playoffs with a little bit of help.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
In a league where guys really pride themselves on their toughness, Jason Witten is a model of durability. Has the longest consecutive game streak played by a non-kicker in the NFL. And how does he do it? He just has a force of will, loves to play the game, and finds his way out on the field and manages to play through just about any bump and bruise that comes along.
Prescott now from the 50. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he finds his man, that's Butler. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took the snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now we see the San Francisco 49ers get ready to go on offense. Jimmy Garoppolo, their quarterback, on your screen. But what a late season run for them. You know, at one point they were 1-10. Jimmy Garoppolo gets the keys to the offense. I don't want to say that they salvaged their season, but certainly a better taste in their mouth.
I like what you just said there. You're right. They didn't salvage the season because they're not anywhere close to being a playoff team. You're right about the better taste. But for me, it's much more of everything they put into the offseason going into 2017, how they were going to run things, putting their systems in place, the new culture. Jimmy Garoppolo is helping sell that because nothing sells all of that better than winning football games. So down the stretch, what has San Francisco done? Won 3 in a row after Week 15, and they feel like they're going to be much better in 2018 if Jimmy Garoppolo remains the starting quarterback.
And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
I've been a big fan of Carlos Hyde since his days at Ohio State. A big, strong, physical runner, nimble feet, excellent vision downfield. And what I like about him when he's at his best, his ability to wear down a defense if he gets 20 or more carries in a game.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Second down, Hyde. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Let's break out the spotlight and put on Orlando Scandrick. He's been a safety. He's been a corner. People called him too small to play in the NFL. He uses that as absolute fuel to stay on the field and beat out highly touted competitors.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And his 3rd year on is the punter Bradley Pinion to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas Cowboys offense, they'll get ready to go again here in just a second. Earlier we were discussing the roller coaster ride a little bit that it's been for Dallas this year. And
yeah, and I know where you're going, too. You don't mind me jumping in, do you? I know exactly where you're going.
Because I didn't know where I was going. So.
You knew where you were going. You were thinking about Dak and Zeke.
Yeah.
Because Dak Prescott last season, phenomenal. Only threw 4 interceptions, really made a lot of plays. Ezekiel Elliott was a big part of that, his ability to run the football. Well, you mentioned roller coaster, right? Zeke's in the lineup, Zeke's out of the lineup, makes it tough, and Dak had to adapt. And I think lately his play has reflected that he can handle things even if Zeke's not there. And now when you get them back together, because Ezekiel Elliott back for the Seattle game in Week 16, look out, I think Dallas will be that much stronger. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Prescott from the gun. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the counter, Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They start the drive with Hyde. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run, able to pick up something there, being physical running the football, but I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. There's the first catch as a 49er for Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll give to Hyde, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And now it's 2nd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal. The partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 3-all the score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Prescott now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. first down, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Down carry by Elliott. And now running right through it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Give to Elliott. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right near the 39. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The give is to Elliott, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
First down. That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 10th carry for Hyde, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Play fake. Garoppolo. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Play action. Now Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Murphy. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They run, Hyde, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And Gold is able to put it through. And a second field goal here gets them back within a couple at 8-6 now. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hey, partner, I want to sidestep for a second. Week 15, Raiders-Cowboys. I know you saw that crazy first down measurement. Very, very controversial.
Look, it didn't pass the eye test, and what I mean by that is when they put the ball down and brought the chains out, you couldn't just look at it and say first down or not. Ball's, you know, the nose of the ball is over. I mean, you had everyone eyeing it, looking at it. It's about making sure the posts are directly at 90 degrees. Do you need a leveler out there? I mean, everything was going on in the discussion. And finally, Gene Steratore, the referee, pulls an index card out of his back pocket to slide it between the football and the marker and signals first down. Now, we haven't seen that since, what, Bill Vinovich?
Yeah.
Was that 2013?
2013.
Not an everyday occurrence, but you do what you have to do to get the job done. So anyone wants to put a computer chip in the football, it's a great time to bring that idea back.
I think Jack Del Rio might want to put a chip in the football.
No doubt.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Garoppolo. And he's got room. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down. The Niners on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green 39. Green.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On for the field goal try, Robbie Gould. His career long, 58. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott is going to float this one deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, let's roll those highlights. They have it right at midfield. Butler's wide open here on the catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 22-yard line. Later on the drive, Williams is able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. '49ers have it midway through the second. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This goes for a loss of 9. '49ers now late in the second. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This ends up as a loss of 9. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Here's Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, hey, with this window, two teams that we've been talking about this year that really deserve discussion and more discussion as we continue to go. How about the Rams and the Jags and the turnarounds that they've had this year? They have been dramatic. They've been dominating at times when you look at how they've played. I mean, we just saw the Rams, it was Week 15, went to Seattle and decimated the Seahawks to really take over the NFC West. The Jaguars have steadily gotten better throughout the season. I mean, in preseason, the Rams weren't thought of as a team that would make this dramatic a turnaround. Jaguars, they were kind of that trendy could they be, but they have been for a number of years. This has been something else, and my hat is off to both of these organizations. The Niners on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go! Green, 39!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Dez. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Earl Mitchell, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, we got a second here. And thinking back to Week 15, a cool moment in that Panthers-Green Bay game. Did you see the video of Cam Newton and Clay Matthews?
I did, and you know, when you watch it, and you know what everybody told me, when they're watching it live, you could see something happening because the commentators were talking at that time. Then they took the commentators' voices out, and you caught everything. So let me see if I have it right. Cam Newton, quarterback for the Panthers.
Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, 64 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eli Harold coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Prescott. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
action. It's Garoppolo. He finds his running back, Hyde. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Hyde. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Carry number 20 here for Hyde. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run again with Hyde on first. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now a run with Hyde. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And some space here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Prescott from the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Second down now after the pass completion. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very...
Prescott now. Incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. First down, a run with Hyde. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Room here to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. Running left, here's Hyde. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
A second down throw for Prescott. That finds his target, Terrence Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And again, it's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Prescott yet again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else. End up going to the running back out of the backfield. And he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll throw again. Prescott. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Prescott looks to throw on first. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now Elliott. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Still 2nd down.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 2nd and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Hanna, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Green, 39.
Back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Let's go. Blue line.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Garoppolo now. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. Prescott to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him at field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the win.